What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chevy Trev, and I'm out here in nature. I'm taking my morning walk. I'm throwing away the trash, and I'm just basically chilling. And I'm just having a great day. Feels good to be baptized. I just wanted to tell you guys, I'm switching up the content a little bit. Less cursing, more social commentary. That's just a quick summary. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. Today, I wanted to talk about I forgot his name, the Danis dude and Logan Paul. I wanted to talk about their situation because during my walks, I was listening to Moon. Moon is one of my favorite YouTube channels. I like to listen to him. Very informative channel, and it kind of lets you know what's going on in the world. But I was watching his video about Logan Paul and the Dillon Danis dude. That's his name, Dillon Danis. I was watching the video, and I was just thinking, like, these people, they're kind of pathetic, bro. They have all this money in the world, all this money, all this clout, all this attention, all these brand deals, but they're beefing with each other. They want to fight each other for clout and money, and it's gotten too personal. It's gotten personal to the point where these two guys who are rich, they're fighting each other for a fake celebrity fight. They're doing the most, and they're taking it too far. They're ruining the sport of boxing, and they're just basically on some nonsense. And it just goes to show you, money doesn't buy you happiness. The love of money doesn't buy you happiness. The love of clout doesn't buy you happiness, because these dudes are worth millions. And I can tell they're kind of miserable, because the fact that they have to stoop this low to promote their fight and to get personal with each other and be weird and post each other's former relationships, and the fact that his wife was starting, it's crazy to me, because it's like, why, bro? What is the point of this? There's no purpose. We're just gonna watch two idiots fight each other for nothing. And it doesn't have any benefits to society. Just people running their mouth and just doing things that basically people you would see in high school do. You would see them do that on Facebook or Instagram, and it's just pointless. And I'm wondering, what's the point of it all? Because ever since I've gotten baptized, I've started to realize the distractions around me. I've started to realize everything's a distraction, and there's no point to a lot of the things that are popular anymore. Because even if you look at the music industry, nothing is positive about the music industry. It's just people promoting debauchery and nonsense, and it's just a waste of time. That's not to say there's not no good music out there. It's just there's no purpose. There's no purpose. There's nothing soulful. There's nothing meaningful. There's nothing purposeful. And quite frankly, there's nothing really interesting. And that's not me being a doomer. There's tons of good music out there, but the mainstream stuff is pointless. The things we look up to, or majority of the people look up to, it's pointless, because it's like, it serves no purpose. But watching these two idiots bicker on Twitter and want to fight each other and do all this nonsense, it's like, why, bro? You guys could be making money together. You guys could be doing other things to benefit society with your platform, but instead you just stoop to this level. But I'm not surprised, because Logan Paul, he has a history of doing stuff like this. If you watch a CoffeeZilla video, or if you remember, if you're a little bit older like me, you remember what he did in Japan, you start to realize, like, this dude, he lacks character. And the Dillon dude, he's no better. It's just like, these two dudes, they're not to be trusted, but they're promoted all over the place. And then you guys saw my video where I drank the Nasty Prime drink. It's just like, why, bro? Why? Like, me personally, if I had a platform like that, I would just ignore the dudes. I would just ignore the dudes and do something positive, create something meaningful. Like, you see the world, and there's a lot of, there's not a lot of beauty in there. There's not a lot of architecture. There's not a lot of beauty or creativity. So why not put your money towards that instead of fighting some idiot in the ring and just doing something pointless and getting things personal? Because at the end of the day, when you look at your legacy in life, it's going to be like, oh, these dudes just did this for money, or these dudes just did this for clout. And then down the road, you're going to be hella embarrassed of this stuff. Like the way Logan Paul is embarrassed about Disney, that's the type of stuff he's going to be embarrassed about in the future. He's going to be embarrassed that he did this and took this route for money. But I'm not telling people how to live their lives, because I'm not God. I'm not God. But it's like, there's better things to do than just watch these two idiots fight. And quite frankly, when it comes down to it, we can all be doing better things with our time, them included. And that's not to say it won't be interesting. Like, I'm definitely going to tune into the fight through the alleged links, of course. But there's more things to do than to watch these two idiots bicker and beef, especially if you play sports. Why don't you go learn how to box yourself instead of watching these two people fight on your behalf or live vicarious through them? Why don't you go learn it yourself? Why don't you learn how to box yourself? Why don't you learn how to do MMA yourself? Why don't you hit the gym yourself? It's just, we could all be more positive. And this situation just proves money can't buy you happiness or love or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, people only rock with you sometimes because you have money or attention or eyes on you. But when it comes down to it, you got to ask yourself, do you rock with yourself? Do you live for yourself? Do you do things with a purpose? Do you do things with intention? And just watching that situation, I'm seeing that these two just do things for money and clout and attention. So just kind of, if you guys are my viewers, just kind of watch out for people like that, and just make sure you guys kind of form your own path. But, you know, I wanted to talk about that, and, you know, that's just basically the basis of this video. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I know you guys want more from me, so I'm going to give you guys more. But that's all I got to say for today. I'm going to finish my walk, and I'm out.